Hey everyone, Dale here with Renewable Innovations. So Edison Motors is in a bit of a pickle. And honestly, it's not even their fault. It's the regulators. See, Canada's environmental agency and soon the EPA and CARB here in the United States have these big, bold rules. By 2035, every vehicle has to either be hybrid or all electric. Sounds futuristic, right? Sounds clean, green, and exciting. Until you read the fine print, because the mandate only covers parallel hybrids. Yeah, the same old hybrid tech we've had since, well, basically the Clinton administration. Remember the Prius that everyone made fun of in the early 2000s? That's the design the government is stuck on. Meanwhile, Edison Motors is trying to move the needle forward with series hybrids, and regulators are like, sorry, doesn't exist, no checkbox, no stamp of approval. Basically, the DMV of innovation. Now, let me break this down real quick because this is where it gets fun. In a parallel hybrid, the engine and the electric motor both take turns pushing the wheels. Sometimes it's gas, sometimes it's battery, sometimes it's both. It's like that one coworker who insists on doing half the job, but never really finishes anything. But a series hybrid, whole different animal. The engine doesn't touch the wheels at all. It's just a generator. It runs at one nice, efficient RPM, keeps the battery juiced, and the motors do all the driving. Boom. Instant torque, EV fun, no range anxiety, and you can refuel in 5 minutes at literally any gas station. We're talking 1,000 miles on a tank of fuel potentially. Try that with your shiny $80,000 Tesla that loses half of its range the second you hook up a trailer. And here's the kicker. Edison Motors can't even get the little government approved for road use stamp. Why? Because the emissions test is designed for engines that rev up, rev down, idle, accelerate. But a series engine, it just hums happily at one consistent speed. The system wasn't built for that. So Edison is there with a truck that could literally change the future of transportation, and regulators are saying, sorry, you don't fit in our 20-year-old test. That's like banning a smartphone because the landline doesn't have a dial tone. And here's why this should make you mad. Utilities, fleets, construction companies, they are being forced to buy all electric trucks. But we don't have the charging infrastructure. We're not even close. Can you imagine a lineman heading to a down power line, stopping for 3 hours at a charging station, then finally showing up to fix your power? Or your water bill going up because the water company had to hire staff just to babysit trucks while they're recharging? Well, that's the future we're barreling towards if we don't open the door for series hybrids. And no offense, but if you think we're ready for fleets of 1,000 kilowatt DC chargers just sitting around everywhere, pumping the same kind of energy that literally powers an entire neighborhood into a single truck, well, I've got a bridge to sell you, and it's cheap. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy electric vehicles. The tech is awesome, the torque is addictive, but going all electric with no backup plan means higher utility costs, higher goods and services, higher costs of living, period. There's no way around it. Series hybrids, on the other hand, they're the middle ground we actually need. They give us the all-electric vehicle perks, quiet, clean, smooth, with the reliability and range of fuel. And get this, trains have been using series hybrids for decades. It's literally how we move millions of tons of freight every single day. If it works for trains, why are we pretending it doesn't exist for trucks and cars? Oh, and let's not forget Tesla. Elon's out there ranting about politics on Twitter, or sorry, X. Meanwhile, a series hybrid truck would absolutely eat into Tesla's semi-sales. Because why would anybody want to wait 2 hours at a supercharger when you can just pour diesel into the tank, drive 1,000 miles, and still get the same electric driving experience? No one would. And that's exactly the point. A series hybrid doesn't care about your charging network. It doesn't care about your range anxiety. And it definitely doesn't care about your political hot takes, Elon. So here's the deal. Edison Motors is pushing forward, but they need help. This isn't just about Canada. This is about the US, EPA, and CARB too. If lawmakers don't create testing standards for series engines, we're slamming the door shut on one of the most promising paths forward in transportation. So if you're watching this, do me a favor. Check out Edison Motors' video. I'll drop a link down in the description. Share this with someone who thinks EVs are the only solution. And most importantly, reach out to your representative. Tell them you support series hybrids and want standards that actually match the technology of today, not the technology of 2005. Because the truth is, if we get this right, we're not just talking about cool trucks. We're talking about stability, affordability, and finally, some relief from rising energy costs. Let's build the future here in America. Let's make cars that go 1,000 miles on a tank. Let's make trucks that can tow 10,000 pounds without losing range. Let's stop pretending innovation means the same rectangular phone every year and start applying it to stuff that actually matters. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hey Elon, don't worry buddy, I'll send you a postcard when my series hybrid passes you on the highway, autonomously driven by a robot.